I can say that I've experienced, right? I can say that I know someone that experienced, and this is not to take away from what you're going through, but what you're going through is very important. But I wonder if that, and your mother made a good point when you use the word like disability, right? Like I would, through my interaction with you, I welcome when someone is blunt, because I feel that I'm the same way. Like if someone were to ask me a question, I would give my honest opinion, whether it offends them or not, because I'm not trying to offend them, I'm just trying to give them the truth. And I think we need more people who are maybe as honest as you are, Sam, who are as direct as you are, right? And there's times where, you know what, and Gina, I see you nodding your head in agreement. There could be times where you can have a conversation with someone you know very well and they give you a social cue and you miss it. I don't think that is someone that there's something wrong necessarily with that person. It could just be that, you know what, you just missed a cue and that's okay.
Yeah, he will often say, like, he'll be going into a new situation and he gets nervous and he's like, Mom, what if I say the wrong thing? And I'm
When I
like,
get punched in the mouth.
yeah, but I mean, we all might do that. I mean,
But you haven't got punched in the mouth yet.
Not yet, but I still have put my foot in my mouth through my 45 years. I mean, I have done that several times and I survived and we got through it. So that's being human. That's what I was trying to tell him. So but yeah, you're right. I completely agree with you. I think sometimes, I think with all of the behaviors of autism, which definitely isn't negative, we don't look at it as negative, but sometimes society does. Sometimes society, like Sam said, he's excluded. He is. And
and that makes me mad. It's one way to set my buttons off.
He really hates to be excluded, and I have watched it happen. He has explained to me, but I think people that, like you said, that aren't educated on it, they don't give him the time of day sometimes, because there'll be a conversation going on and he'll come into it and like maybe he didn't come into it
the way they wanted
that they wanted him to. He'll just kind of like blurt something out, and to them, especially like his peers that are his age, they'll look at him like, what are you talking about? And then he's already set that stage and then he's out. Like that's what kids his age do.
Yeah.
Like that's what they do. They just, I'm around them all day, every day. And okay, like you're not fitting in right now. We're not talking to you.
Yeah.
And they may not say that,
you know what's funny?
But their actions.
I never told you this, but I think I've learned this. I feel like when I was younger and to these days now, sometimes I feel like I interact more people with adults better than people my own age.
Mm-hmm. I can see that. I think adults are,
I think personally, and I know some of my younger years looking back at it too, like when I was younger.
I think adults are more, I don't want to say forgiving because there's nothing to be forgiving for, but adults are more accepting because they're more mature and they understand more, I guess. But when you have teenagers, they're just kind of still figuring things out. So, but yeah, but there's nothing wrong, but it's just, autism, it may not be wrong, but it certainly has over the years been challenging. I mean, for all of us to try to, like when Sam was younger, my husband and I, we kind of went through a phase where we were almost like trying to teach him to, I don't know, like be like society wanted him to be.
That's not going to happen.
For like a very short period of time, because we were learning ourselves. And so we were trying to, we were telling Sam, like, no, now listen, like, this is how we do this. Like, this is how we do this. And then finally, after not too long, we finally were like, you know what? Sam is Sam. And as long as we are raising him to be a respectful, hardworking human being to every living being on this planet, no matter what, then we need to step inside his world. And instead of forcing him to look at the world the way we want him to, which he still has to sometimes to survive, but we need to spend time looking at the world through his eyes and understand that. That's important too. And so that took a little while for us to to really understand. But that's what we've tried to do through the years.
Perfect. And like for someone like me that has some experience, just because like my, as I mentioned, my friends' children have a form of it. What would you tell someone like me that, you know what, if I'm going to interact with Sam or someone from that community, right, Sam?
Yeah.
Like how would how can I prepare myself to make sure my interaction with you is a helpful one?
Okay. How that's a good question. I would say first, like, don't like maybe not like go into like study. Don't study like you study for like a final exam. No, 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 no. Like study like a tad. I would say like research like a tad bit.
Of autism.
Yeah, and how to interact with them maybe, and then like learn, like go into the phase like you would with someone who's not autistic, and then try to learn like the tweaks and the kinks, I guess is the way to put it.